All right. So let's see. Hop on and be a participant. And I think I have to let you in. Don't be scared. So, my question for you today, those joining me live, is what are you trying to manifest? And if you're having any difficulty with it, and I want to just basically help you, like right on the spot, either with scripting. I do this with coaching clients where I just basically help them script what they want. And most people love it and they're like, wow, that was really good. Because I'm a creative person. So when I do scripting, I really draw like a beautiful, clear picture. So let me know what it is you're having trouble with that you want to manifest. Okay. And I'll help you come up with a script. I would love for you to come on live so folks can see you and not just me. So that's why I'm doing this via Zoom, which is why this is so complicated. Let's see. Okay. Hello. Oh, hi, Janae. Hi, Janae from the Chocolate Course. Janae, what is it that you are wanting to manifest? And what I want to do is literally just give like speed coaching or like speed help and interaction. So see if you want to hop onto the Zoom call. Okay, the link is in the chat and it's also in the comments under the video. So Janae, give that a try. King Perez, you can hop on. Like I always say, I'm helping goddesses, but I'll help anyone, anybody who's brave enough to get on. Let's see. Thank you for the thumbs up. So basically, I don't have a pre-planned talk about manifestation. I am a master manifester, and I'm just really sort of relearning what I knew when I was quite young. When I was young in my 20s, I would manifest like crazy things, and friends would be like, wow, that literally, that happens to you. That won't work for me. And I would always say to them, you have to believe. And now that I'm restudying this stuff, restudying law of attraction, what I intuitively knew, what I was born with, many of you indigo and crystal children and all of that, right? Now growing up, we know this. We know that our thoughts and our emotions are creative. So I just really want to help you. So ask me, what is it you're trying to create? Like King Perez, vegan cooking. Are you trying to create a bigger channel? Janae, what are you trying to co-create? Let me go and see if you're trying to get in also. Hold on. All right, I see myself in Zoom. I don't see anybody else trying to join. So I hope that that is correct. Oh, great. Somebody's dropping on. Hello. Hi, Janae. We have one brave person going live on YouTube. Hello, goddess. How are you? Here. Oh, let me see
I'm good.
where you are. Awesome. 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 So, what are you trying to manifest?
Hold on one moment. Sorry. A lot of
Oh, no,
noise.
take your time, honey. You're like brave enough to go on. We have folks watch, but they're like, I'm not going
I
live
don't
on YouTube.
know why.
Oh, I hear.
Yeah, she said babies.
Oh my God. Okay.
uh, Manifesting a home.
New home.
Yes.
Okay. You want a house, not an apartment?
Right.
Have you done, oh my gosh, so adorable. Have you done any scripting? Have you done any scripting about it?
I haven't done any scripting,
Okay.
but just really, I haven't even really thought about it until maybe yesterday to start manifesting that part. Um,
Mhm.
since I've been working on the root chakra, I realized that it fits in there.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
Tell me the easiest way to do this, and for everybody watching, you can totally learn from this, okay? The easiest way, what don't you like now? And then we'll flip it to figure out what you want. And I didn't bring, I'm gonna write it on, I want to write down what you say. Hold on. Yeah,
Okay.
why do you want a new home? What is it that you are not happy with right now?
Um, just I think feeling secure, being able to decorate the way I want.
Okay. So
Yeah.
so right now it's not you're renting.
Right.
Okay, so because yeah, you want to be able to decorate it the way you desire,
Mhm.
and to feel secure, like it's yours.
Right. And
Okay.
then to have a place for, of course, my family, the kids, and
hmm
myself and my husband.
To play, like just so, do you want more room?
Yes, more room, more privacy.
Okay. Okay. So manifesting for those of you over live on YouTube, right? We all always want to manifest something better. Like we just always want to manifest a better home. So what I would do, Janae, is start with I would literally write, I'm in my beautiful new home, and you're gonna tweak this and like, zhuzh it up a little bit. I'm in my beautiful new home. I feel so comfortable, so secure in my own on my own property, in my own place. It's beautifully decorated. It's a process, but I've begun that process of decorating my home to just my taste. You could say things like, do you want it elegant? Do you want it more natural? How do you want to decorate it?
Hmm. Um, Maybe with my plants because I can't have plants in my apartment because they die. Or
Oh, really? Okay.
yes, it's so dry and
Yeah, yeah. It's a
it's
dry kind of heat. So there
yeah.
I have these lush, thriving plants in my
Mhm.
new home. It is absolutely beautiful. It's serene. The kids, do they have a playroom? Like, what do you want for the children?
Yes, a playroom for the kids,
Mhm.
maybe an office for me, an
Okay.
office for my husband, a
So you want
basement.
two separate offices?
Mhm.
Not okay. You don't want sharing. You don't want like both. No, because that's too hard. Okay, two offices. So I would literally write it down and make it beautiful. Like make it
Okay.
so that you're just like living it in your mind, right? So, I have my own beautiful private office that is quiet and
Mhm.
serene. My husband has his own, den or whatever he wants to call it, if he wants to call it like his man cave or whatever.
Mhm.
But just make it so rich, so visual. The smells, is there essential oil or is there incense, like everything about it, and just write that out. And then just repeat it to
Okay.
yourself. Repeat it morning and night.
Okay.
Okay, so let's even just do that together. Like, what would you say? Just say to me, what would be your ideal then? You need to feel secure. You want to decorate it the way you want. You want plants thriving. The kids need like a play area.
Mhm.
And you need two separate offices. So how would you put that together?
I would say, I guess, uh, in my let's see, to in my 5 or 6 bedroom home,
Okay.
um,
Now
where
remember,
we
are
have
you gonna have to clean that or is somebody gonna come in? Because I'm just stopping you right
uh,
there.
well, because of you, I have learned to be able to use cleaning as a
Oh,
as a
wow.
meditation.
Right, you can be mindful. So those of you
So,
watching, Janae's in my chakra course, and one of the things you do want to do is be mindful. Whatever task you're doing is going to be, believe it or not, more pleasant if you don't ignore it, but if you just like really just pay attention, it's going to like engross your mind.
mhm.
So, but maybe you have somebody come in a couple hours a week. Honestly, dream big.
Maybe
Yeah, and how many children do you have? Like just two?
two.
Two?
Mhm. 3 and 1.
Maybe just a couple hours a week, right? I mean,
Right.
yeah, that's not crazy. Um, so yeah, so go ahead. Tell me what would you script it?
I guess
Just
nice big windows
mm-hmm,
with sunlight coming in
mm-hmm,
and nice aroma.
mm-hmm.
Uh, Maybe I can use my frankincense aromatherapy.
Nice.
um,
Guys,
a,
share in the chat if you have ideas for Janae.
a nice backyard. where we can sit and just
Mm-hmm.
meditate out back.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some privacy with a fence,
Okay. Yeah,
a
no,
security
not maybe,
system.
not maybe. You have a private backyard. You have
Hmm.
a private backyard that is beautiful. Do you want shade? Do you want sun? Do you want?
Both. A combination of both. I need both. I need to
Okay.
have maybe a shorter tree,
Mm-hmm.
because all the homes that I have been looking at have these big, huge trees, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like if the wind blows, where's the tree going?
Oh, you're
So I
worried about
just,
that? Okay. I worry about that
yeah,
sometimes too. And do you want a yard that's kind of level so the kids can play? Because I've heard people say,
right.
like, you don't want like a sloping like down. Okay, put all
Not
of that
really.
in. Write it all down.
Mhm.
Now, and this is for everybody listening, scripting, you want to be specific of what's important, but don't get like crazy. Don't be like, well, it has three pine trees, one oak tree, because what if the beautiful house has like only oak and no pine trees? So, but be specific of what's important to you. Like you do want a flat yard. I definitely heard you say private, and you were hesitant on that, but I mean, that's not too much to ask for a private backyard where your children can play safely,
Right.
and feel comfortable. Your neighbors, think about your neighbors too, because I've actually met, well, typically I've been good with the neighbors, but I'm going to
Mhm.
warn you guys in terms of manifestation. This is for everyone. That's why I'm speaking to everyone here. Sometimes you leave out something crucial, and that thing you'll be like, damn it, I should have put that in.
Okay.
So, do you want your neighbors to be friendly and like, or do you want them to kind of keep to themselves? Okay,
I
because that's
want
important,
I want friendly neighbors.
They're
I
friendly, but they have good boundaries. You
Right.
know, they're-
Okay.
yeah, they're not like because some neighbors then you're they're coming over all the time.
Mhm. Yeah.
You don't always want that. Yeah, so friendly neighbors, welcoming neighbors, a safe neighborhood, a welcoming neighborhood. Yeah. And just really put all the visual in it, make it really rich and just ask for what you want. Ask for what you want, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. And I would also put the price in. I would put like what's your limit?
Okay.
Yeah. Put your
Okay.
limit because God forbid you're going to see all of this and it's like, oh, it's a couple $100 or a couple thousand because you want to buy the home.
Right. So what
Okay.
about changing it? So like what about adding to it as the time goes by? That's just added to the list or
You can. Well, how do you
Mhm.
mean? Tell me now, why would you want to add to rather than just start with what you want?
Maybe because I just didn't think about it at the time. I'm
Sure.
very sure that maybe I'll miss something and then I'll want to add something later. So I'm thinking, how would that work?
Right. Hi,
To
Nicoletta. I want to welcome Nicoletta into. Janae, I would say, no, you can. What you don't want to do, and again, this is for everybody. This is a great analogy. It's like you're in a restaurant and you say, and the waiter comes over and you're like, you know what, I want a pizza with a sausage and some mushrooms. And then he goes like, absolutely, I'll, be right back. And you're like, waiter, you know what? Cancel the pizza. I don't, I
Okay.
what I want. I want a steak. I want a rare. And he's like, absolutely, absolutely, we'll be. And then you're like, waiter.
You gave me the perfect analogy. I was a waitress and bartender, so I
Really?
I get
Okay.
you.
Wow. Guys, I told you that I'm intuitive, right? I don't even, because
She
that's the
is.
analogy that came to me. So don't change the order. You can
Mhm.
upgrade it, but don't, because it's coming, right? It
Right.
takes time. You guys, manifestation, think if it were instant, what we wanted, how much trouble we would have. Because then you'd be like, boom, you'd be like, you wouldn't be
Right.
ready for it. So there's a time lapse, but you don't want to keep like it's coming to you and then you're like, oh, I'm going to change, and then it's like, oh, we got to go back to the kitchen. Cancel the pizza. Okay, all right, I started on the pizza. Throw the pizza out, right? So this really can work, and especially the goddesses in my chakra course, and a lot of people on YouTube don't say this. If you have trouble with manifesting, it's because you need a meditative mind, you need a quiet mind because think we all have too many thoughts, right? Like say you,
Yes.
Janae, you say that, and then you're like, oh, I don't know if I can afford this house. Oh no, the house prices are high in my area. I don't think I can. You're undoing what you asked for.
Mhm.
Okay, so really try to just stay very positive and don't entertain any negative about it. Don't
Got
entertain any
it.
negative. Yeah. Because, family might say, "Well, you don't make enough money to how are you going to pay for that house?" Just put it aside, right? Because those are
Okay.
outside conditions, and
Mhm.
those people don't listen to people who haven't also manifested what they're speaking of. So if you know somebody has like their house is like, just all tore up and they haven't been successful, don't listen to them because obviously they don't know how to get the results. So don't listen to them, okay?
Right.
So keep it really, really positive. Repeat it morning and night, and you absolutely can have it. Absolutely. Are you looking already?
Well, not exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Just looking at ideas.
Okay.
We're not even really sure of where we will be living. So that's really one of the main things
You
that's
don't have to know the how. So, all of you watching
yeah.
right now, there are 11 folks with us right now, and there'll be many more in the replay. You don't have to know the how. What you need to know is what you desire. And as long as it's within the laws of like nature, and even that, right, is expanding, as we go forward, there are different inventions and so on. But you don't have to know the how. Just know
Okay.
what you desire, have it clear in your mind, and have faith and have belief that this can be for you. That's really the main thing. Okay.
Okay.
I would love to hear, even in the group, what you write out. So write out something. Don't make it too long. Make it like a
Mhm.
paragraph. But
Okay.
you should read it. You should be all like, wow, that is beautiful. You should be excited. So do that. Read it morning and night. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Vivi.
you. Thank you. Now somebody else says she's shy, so I'm going to see if I can get her on. Bye, Janae. Nicolette, what are you trying to manifest? Only on what I want. Okay. Nicoletta, jump on. Jump on. My channel is for, all women. King Perez Vegan Cooking was on here, and because it says King, I'm like, so maybe male. Come on, King Perez, let me know what you want to manifest. Don't be shy. Is it a relationship? Um, because in hearing you speak, I might be able to see what's holding you back. Okay. So no judgment, but if you hop on with me live, I might be able to see just to be able to help you, manifest. All right. So let's see who's next. So the link is in the comments, you guys, under the video. And I'm going to put it again. Hold on here. I'll put it in the chat again. Don't be shy. Hey, namaste. What we're talking about today is what are you trying to manifest? Did you lose your job? Are you laid off? Did they furlough you because of COVID? Are you going through a divorce? So just share what it is, and I'll try and help you work out how you can manifest it. I put the link below. I have to keep saying this, guys, because as folks come on, there's a link to join me in Zoom, so you will literally be on screen, okay? So we just had Janae on. She was talking about manifesting a home and a new home. She's got, she's fine where she is, but she has a desire for something better, for her family, for her kids. So don't be scared. And with Zoom, you can put a fake background. There's a way with Zoom where you can, and we don't really care. We don't care about your background. It's okay. All right. So the link is in the chat and the link is in the comments. And while I'm waiting to see if anybody else is brave enough to hop on, so what I'm saying is I have a Zoom chat. So any of you, if you haven't Zoomed, if you click that link, I'll see like you're in the waiting room and I'll be able to let you come on screen with me. Okay. So we can actually share. So what I'll do is talk about a little bit how I've manifested. I was looking, I was still looking for an apartment, and this stuff does work, you guys. I looked at some apartments and I just thought, what happened for me is I used my will. I got upset because I saw an apartment where I'm like, you're asking how much for this apartment? And this apartment, the walls were bad. They hadn't painted, you guys. They hadn't done anything. And I'm like, how much money do you want? That made me angry because I said, this isn't right to offer this. So I went home and I wrote down what I desired. And every single thing, about 2 days later, I literally opened a newspaper, which I know sounds weird. This was a couple of years ago. And I looked at an ad, and every single thing I had written down was in that ad. Okay. And it was amazing. I asked for things. I asked for rent that was too low for that area, but I said, that's all I can pay, at this point. This is what I'm comfortable with. So I asked for this particular low rent. I was very specific. I asked for a garden in the back. I wanted a street that was not busy, that was very quiet, yet close to the downtown. Um, there were a couple, what else did I ask for? I asked for about three other things. Every single thing, 2 days later, I just opened the newspaper. Something said, just look at some ads. And I was like, okay. And like I said, I was disappointed because I was seeing like crappy apartments. And I opened it and I was like, oh my God, this sounds, and I called the woman, and the landlord lived at the ground level, and it was a beautiful apartment, you guys. And oh, I know what one of the things was, and I've shared this story before. One of the things was she said to me, I'm not going to charge you for internet because she worked on her computer a lot. So she said, why should like, I'm not even going to charge you because I use the internet all the time. So the internet was free. She's like, oh, I have a garden. It was a quiet street. It was so quiet, you guys. I could let my cat, was named Schmidt at the time. I'd let my cat out literally to go play, and he would just cross the street. It was like almost a dead end, like nobody came down there. So my cat could go out and play, and I have a cute story with that. She gave me a garden. She didn't charge me for that. The rent, she even said to me, I know my rent is low. She said, my friends told me your rent is too low. She's like, I don't care. I don't see a reason to raise it. That was exactly the rent I asked for. So hop on. Welcome if you're just joining us. What I'm doing is I'd love to take one more person who maybe you're having trouble manifesting something, and I'll just put you like on the hot seat. We'll talk, and I'll see and help you to begin that manifestation, okay? Don't be afraid. There's like 16 of you watching right now. What is it that you want to manifest? Is it more money? Is it a better job? So hop onto the Zoom call. There's a link, okay? Look at the link, look in the chat, and look in the comments, and you'll see it. And you'll literally be live with me on camera, okay? So Gigi was here, Janae, and you can still hop on. It's so funny. People are so shy. And actually, I'm going to be moving soon, so I'll talk about that. Manifestation is a process. It's not that you can't say, okay, I'm a millionaire, and then tomorrow you're going to be a millionaire. And why? Because we have usually a block. If you say you're earning 45,000, right? I'll be honest with you. I think when I was a professor, I think my top salary was like 48,000. So if you've only ever earned 48,000 and you say, I'm going to be a millionaire, you have a paradigm that's like, no, you're not. Wait, you're going to earn $1 million? No. Because the paradigm, and I really want to talk about this more on my channel. The paradigm is the beliefs that our parents raised us with, that society tells us. This is as much as you can earn. That, just be realistic. The economy's bad right now. Some people are thriving in this economy, right? Some people from the same background as you are making 5 times the money, okay? So a paradigm is a belief system that's like a box that holds us in place. And I really want to get that out there to have us all understand that, because I've seen it in my life, and I'm starting to shift it, and you start to see amazing results. So who's going to hop on live? Come on. Nicoletta, do you want to come on live? Let's see. I'm going to read what Nicoletta says. She says, okay, she's shy, and I understand that. Believe it or not, I'm an introvert. but I have a hard time healing from CPTSD. I don't know what the C part is. I know what PTSD is, but I don't know what the C is. Is C for chronic? Just share in the chat what that means. I have exactly that problem. I will try to focus only on what I want. Okay, and then it cut off. On what it will feel like to be healed. Yes. Yeah, Blue Butterfly. Hey, and I love that your wellness. Blue Butterfly, just there's a Zoom link. Literally just click on the Zoom link and it's gonna be like, okay, do you want to enter Zoom? And you'll be live with me, okay? So Blue Butterfly, okay, hang on, let me see. Blue Butterfly, just come on. Janae logged off, and I can have multiple people. Okay. Hi, Mel. Hello. You are on live. Mel, you just muted yourself. Unmute yourself. There you go. Welcome. Okay. Great. I think we have more. And now Nicoletta. Now we got a group here. Hi, Nicoletta. Welcome. So, Mel, you go first. What are you wanting to manifest? Why can't I hear you? Gosh, this happened to
Sorry.
me. There you
Oh,
go. Yeah.
I
What
had
do you
my
want
headphones
to
and it
manifest?
didn't have a microphone. Okay, so it's interesting because the story that you just shared is actually one of many stories. I'm in a place right now where I'm very fortunate to have affordability, a
Mm,
garden, just so many blessings. But
isn't that
for
interesting?
about 2 years now, yeah, and it. I feel like it was divine intervention that led me here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I've had this vision for about 2 years now,
Mm-hmm.
where I want to move out of the city where I currently live. I want to live more in a rural environment. I'm basically a homesteader, and I have been.
Mm-hmm.
I used to live in New York City, and I came out here to Massachusetts.
Oh my
So
God.
born
Me
and
too.
bred.
Me too. I
Yep.
was in The story I was telling was in Massachusetts.
Wow.
I'll tell the town because I'm not there anymore. I was in Greenfield, Massachusetts, in Western Mass.
Oh God, beautiful.
It's beautiful, and there are hill towns in that area. And hi, Nicoletta. Hang on, I will definitely join you as well. So I hear you. You want to be more rural. You want peace.
Yes. And actually, that's what initially drew me from New York
Mm.
City into Mass, because my first visit was the Berkshires. I would go to Great Barrington.
Oh,
And
I love Great Barrington. I
oh my
love Great. Yes,
So
yes.
my vision when I came here to Massachusetts from New York City was, yes, I want this. Now
Mhm.
it just so happened that the opportunities that opened up for me were more in the city of Boston, which I've been for about 20 years. But I
Wow.
still have had that homesteading spirit that
Hi,
was
Casey.
that was birthed here.
Right. So
Um,
you still have that desire to do that.
I do, and I have been looking for
Hmm.
places and properties now, not here in Massachusetts because my family lives in the South.
Okay.
So in the mountains of the southern region of
Oh,
this
so
country.
you do want to move. Okay, so you're not looking to manifest in Massachusetts.
No, I feel like I've done a lot of manifesting here, a lot,
Okay.
but I now feel like I want to be closer to family.
Okay.
And my family has all migrated now. Everyone is in the South, but I still want that rural experience.
Sure, sure.
But I'm finding that it's a little more difficult and just in that region.
Well, okay. This is what I have to tell you, everybody listening, I love Bob Proctor. He's an old dude, but he is fantastic. And he was in The Secret. He was featured in that. And the first thing he would say is, "Well, stop say what you just said. Oh, it's difficult." Okay, so no, it's not
Okay,
difficult.
I will say this. I
You know
have
what?
been experiencing difficulty,
Yes. Okay. You have an
and,
experience
and that's a
difficult.
fact.
That can change. That can change. Are you clear on what you desire in terms of the property? How many acres? Okay.
That keeps fluctuating, but I
Ah.
definitely really it has to be a specific amount of acres. I mean, I'm
Well,
open
just say,
for
well,
range.
I think clarity is important. Again, Nicoletta and who else just joined? Clarity is important. It is important. So it's not that you have a 3.5, but say around 5 acres, over 5 acres, just get clear, get clear. When you get really clear, it's like everything moves to, okay, now we know what she wants. Do you want 100 acres? Well, no, you'd be like,
No,
well,
no,
that's
no, no,
too
no, no,
big.
no, no, no. Something that's, it would just be me. So something that's
How,
manageable. But I'm
how big
also
is that?
um about 2 to 5.
See, I'm putting her on the spot, people. I'm going to do that to you. Okay, 2 to 5 acres. What do you want? Do you want to be able to garden and grow? What do you
Garden.
want?
I don't see myself at this point like doing an actual homestead. When you see people that have animals, that's a lot of responsibility.
It is. It is.
I'm a city girl at heart with a so I'm trying to be really realistic.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm
Now, did
saying?
you guys catch what she said? She said she's a city girl at heart. I'm not judging,
No,
but
no,
I'm
no. Okay, okay, okay. Let me put it this
no,
way.
no, no. But the
We
reason
have
I say that,
visions.
yes.
Okay,
But well,
right.
because let me say one thing though. You said you were in Boston, right? So maybe maybe the homesteading wasn't right for you at an earlier point.
Right. I think it
Yeah.
was a desire. And over these years, I have been able to expand in that. Like I went and I took herbalist certification. So
Nice.
foraging,
Oh,
all of
that's
these things.
beautiful. Do you want to have a little business running from your homestead?
You know what? No,
No?
actually,
Okay.
I don't think I want to do a business
Okay.
and well, I do. I want it to be more of a retreat.
Nice. A retreat
So a
center?
business and right, not a retreat center, but a retreat. Like the place where I would go is really kind of the blueprint. The place where I went
Mhm.
in the mountains in Massachusetts. It was a woman. She was a former pastor, but she would call people there, and they would come and they would have silent retreats. They would come and do reflection.
Oh, I love that. I love
Yeah,
that.
and it was
May
beautiful.
I
She
may
was
actually know the place you're talking about. I can't think of the
ah,
name, but I know there's a woman, she's got a good amount of acreage, and
mm-hmm,
she wanted people to come, and it was rural. It was really quite rural.
mm-hmm,
Um,
mm-hmm.
yeah.
And
Isn't
you
that
can go
weird?
hiking in the mountains. I know, yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
So hiking so I don't see myself as like at this point generating anything to produce income, but really just creating space for people to come and have a refuge. And that would be a business if you want to call it that way,
Well,
but
right.
not
Well,
that.
why wouldn't you want to generate income from that? You're giving something. Why wouldn't you want to receive
No,
something?
yes, I guess. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Yes. So I
So
do see that.
what I would say then is start. Do you do scripting? What are you doing to manifest? So what are you doing to manifest? And then,
I've been doing, well, journaling. I journal all the time.
okay.
um, my visions. And there's been times when I've written things down, boom, and it just sets things, and that's always been kind of like my way. Well, I'll get
Hmm.
clear, I'll get into
Hmm.
visualization. What I see is what I write down, I journal,
Hmm.
and
Write it
I
down.
feel an alignment with that. And then things start opening up, even things that I didn't see, like I'm like, oh, this is not going to happen because, and
Hmm.
then something comes out of an unexpected place to propel me forward.
And that's how it works.
I have
For all of
not
those
been
watching,
experiencing that.
that's how it works. So let's you want to, why don't we just do a quick script for you?
Okay.
Just talk, I mean, talk it out. So I'm now living on beautiful acreage. See, and you could just say acreage,
Like say myself, okay, okay, yes. So
manageable
definitely,
acreage. So we know it's not like 1,000 acres in Wyoming because that wouldn't be manageable. Let's be honest,
no, no.
manageable acreage. And what do you want? Is there a home already on it? You know, how many bedrooms? And what you're telling me, then you're going to need little cottages.
Tiny homes, but what I would like to do, tiny homes for sure. But I also welcome anybody who would have a tiny home who'd want to come and, tiny home, um, not parking, but just kind of like space for people to be. A lot of people have the desire to have a tiny home lifestyle,
Yes,
but
they
where they're
do.
living, it's out, it's not accessible for them. So to have a space like that, for anybody that has
This
like a
is
tiny
so
home.
bizarre. Okay, so tell me, Mel.
Yep.
Okay, Mel, this is what. So I have a friend, but it's in Massachusetts who has 75 acres.
In Massachusetts?
Yeah, I know, right? I know.
Okay.
75 acres, and she wants people who want to put tiny homes on the property, but it is in Massachusetts. So this is bizarre because of all the states. I know you're talking about the South, but it is interesting that you're in Massachusetts.
And this is interesting. I'm having this conversation with you
Yeah.
because I feel like even today I said, I feel like this has been 2 years of me going down there and
Mhm.
hitting roadblocks. And
When you
finally, I
haven't
just,
seen anything.
oh, yeah, I've seen a lot of properties, but it's at the point where either I put an offer in and there's situations. This is the dilemma that I've been running. And so I'm not
Right.
trying to throw a wrench in. I'm just telling you
No.
actualities that have
Right,
happened.
right.
When I put offers in,
Hmm.
um, what I find out in researching the area is that a lot of rural places are people who are not necessarily exposed to diversity.
Right, right.
And
It can be very tricky for people of color, Hispanic, Asian. I'm putting all into certain areas, and you
and when
want
you
to
look
be
at the
rural,
demographics,
and you
historical
want peace.
demographics, I
That's
want peace, like I don't want to be the person sitting on a hill by myself
right. No, I
and
hear
I
you.
don't feel in a safe environment. So,
Right.
and I looked at the demographics historically, and it's like .001
Now,
person that would be
well,
considered
okay.
of
Well, let
color.
me cut to a quick chase. Are you looking near where your family is? Because that would seem to then.
Well, my family lives in the metropolis, so it would be about 3 hours or 4 hours away.
Oh, I
So,
see.
but
They're
but
not rural. It's not like the families in like rural Georgia, and you're like, okay, I'm going to look a mile from
no,
them.
my family's not rural. My family is. I'm looking to go to the state where my family is, but
Right.
they're
They're
in the
not
city.
rural.
No,
Uh,
not at all.
well,
I'm the
Mel,
I'm the only
I'm
person.
just going to give you my email because I just think it's so weird. Just do assistant at in the flow of magic. I have a friend who, like I said, who has 75 acres and wants people to put tiny homes on the property.
Okay.
It's just, I know it's just, it would be really bizarre if it worked out, but it's just, things
No,
like
well,
that happen
here's
for me. Things like that happen for me. And for all of you listening, this can happen for you. It'll be weird. I'll literally like you sit down on the train next to somebody and then they drop something and you're like, oh, you dropped this. And then you start talking to them and they're
that
like,
has
oh,
happened.
well, and you're like, no, I didn't know that. That's so weird. So
That has
that's
happened.
when you're in the flow, and that's what I want to let people know. It doesn't have to be hard. It'll be some random thing, and you're like, oh my God, this person. So, yeah, she's in, like, I don't want to give her town name, but she's in Western Mass. Um, and 75 acres, because that's what I said when we reconnected. I said, you have 75 acres? How did,
I know.
because typically Massachusetts can be a little pricey for all of you around the world or in other states. But she managed to get it maybe about 15 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And she's very crunchy, she's very
Hmm.
peaceful. The town is very crunchy, peaceful.
Right.
It's near enough, just so you know, I can put this out. It's near enough to, that college area in Western Mass that
Hmm.
has,
Hmm.
UMass.
Hmm.
It's right around there. Okay,
Okay.
so
Yep.
find me, and I'm gonna go to Nicoletta, but you can either hang
Can
on
you?
here,
I'm
but
trying to get that email that you sent to me, but I don't want to
let me
lose
put it
you
in
in
the
this.
chat. Let me put it in the
Okay.
chat. So all
Okay.
of you watching, don't think we're not talking to you. We're talking about manifesting. Okay, I'm typing it in. Manifesting your dreams in the flow of magic.com. Okay, I put that in there. So that's an email
I
to
see
read.
it. Yeah.
So yeah, and good luck with that. I know I feel you. I feel like you want a peaceful environment. But I hear you saying you want to be near family. So, that's going to be it. Like,
Today I did a surrender prayer because I said, I've been doing this for 2 years and I've been hitting roadblocks. Am I moving in the wrong direction? If I
right.
am,
Just listen.
redirect me.
What if you get a beautiful property in the north and your niece, I'm totally making this up, your niece says, could I come live on your property? And so then
That
you're like,
seems
oh,
highly likely.
you know what I'm saying? No, no. So you're thinking, oh, I'll move to family. But once you establish, family may say, you know what? She's got this beautiful property. It's safe up there. You know, why don't we, maybe there's more work around because in the north typically also, and they say, you know what, can we come up? Can we rent a half acre and put a house? And you're like, absolutely.
You
Boom.
know what? I think that would, you just, wow, you
Very
just shifted my
intuitive.
paradigm.
I'm very intuitive. And I think if you establish a root, if you establish a ground, other family members may want that. And maybe they want to leave the South. You
Okay,
know,
yeah,
you may
yeah,
not know. Everybody may not be happy there.
yeah, yeah. Okay,
You know?
that's good. I'm
Yeah.
going to reach out to you for sure. And thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thanks for coming on live. I know it's very scary. You
Yeah,
know,
and I look whack, so, but
no, don't worry about it. I may leave this video up. I'll let like my core audience see it and then I may hide it. Whatever.
oh,
Don't worry.
I'm okay with. I'm just, I mean,
No, this was really helpful. So those of you just joining us, a lot of what we've been talking about is manifesting place, right? Root chakra stuff. So let me go to
so
Nicoletta.
what do I
Thank
do now?
you. And let's chat. Okay.
Do I
Oh,
stay
no,
on?
you can stay. You can stay live, or you can click leave, and you'll still see me on YouTube.
Okay,
Okay. Thanks,
okay. Well, I'm
Mel.
gonna do that. I'm gonna stay with you on YouTube and connect you. Thank you.
Thank you. That was lovely.
Mhm.
Nicoletta. Hi.
Hi.
It's good to see you.
Okay,
I have to
so
tell,
I
is
have
your name
trouble.
is your name Italian?
Yes, I am Italian.
I have like this. I had a past life in Italy. No, I did. I visited Venice. Um, I
Oh,
I have a friend who is she's Korean American and she met an Italian man in business school and they had their wedding. Oh my God. So the wedding was just outside Venice. So I went to I was so excited, Nicoletta, because I'm like, a reason a reason to go to Italy. And I was walking around Venice and I felt like I could navigate Venice. And Venice, for those of you who don't know, Venice, Italy is like, not Venice, California. Venice, Italy, you guys, is so convoluted. The streets,
it is.
they're like alleys. You're like in an alley and you're like, you know. And I don't speak Italian and I was navigating around and so I believe in past lives and I know I was there because I just felt very comfortable. So, Nicoletta, welcome.
I live close to Venice, actually.
Are you,
So,
wait a minute. Okay, this is getting really weird.
Manifestation.
Yeah, who said that? Who said that? Mel? Okay. Mel. No, first Mel, I'm like, I have a friend in Massachusetts. Mel's in Massachusetts. I'm like, okay, that's weird. And now you're telling, really? You live close to Venice?
yes, I live in Lido. So,
I didn't visit Lido when I was there. There's the beach, right?
yes,
Oh my God.
it's beautiful here.
It is
I like
beautiful.
it because it's like a retreat in a way.
I'm so jealous, but how is COVID? How is COVID in the area?
Yeah, it's not well. So
Good.
that's really it's stressful with the pandemic and
Mm-hmm. Hold on, I'm gonna, okay.
yeah, I also have CPTSD, so it's not really a good combo.
What does that mean?
And
I know we all know PTSD, but what is CPTSD?
oh, it's complex. So I had like multiple traumas rather than a big trauma.
Oh, I probably have that too then, because I had multiple traumas. Like Mel may know, and others watching, and everybody who watches my channel is pretty spiritual, so don't worry. Um, I was diagnosed with PTSD after I was a professor in art, and I was bullied by four men in the department. And you guys, I packed up my little car. It was a Hyundai. Those of you in America, a Hyundai. My friend, yeah. See, Mel's laughing. My friend said it's called an accent, Nicoletta. So my friend said it's so small, it's not even a period. It's an accent. And I wanted to punch him. I'm like, yeah, it's a small car. I packed everything into this little car and I just took off to the hills of Massachusetts. And Mel, that's when I was in Massachusetts.
Oh,
I was a tenured professor. I got tenure. And for those of you who don't know, tenure means you have a job for life. Like you would have to do something very bad, very, very bad to be fired. And I quit. So I got the tenure and I said, I can't work with these people. They were so abusive that I left. So I can relate.
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. Yes,
I have been dealing also with abusive people, and
Uh,
it's really like I was supposed to graduate, and instead I like everything was too much, and that's why I want to try to manifest my thesis and try to really have the peace of mind to work on that, and instead of this
for those of you watching,
constant.
do you see how spirit is working here? Like seriously, I'm talking, I just randomly telling my story and then about academia, and then I don't even know this woman. I don't know Nicoletta, and now she's like, "Oh, I was in school." And I'm like, "Okay." Wow. Wow. So where was this college? Were you going for the undergraduate degree?
No, for my master's.
Oh, wow. And so what happened? You dropped?
I know I didn't, but here it's like you can just keep on going, but basically I'm not
Uh,
it's not like on time, let's say.
right.
So,
You're dragging it out.
yeah, basically,
Okay.
because like I'm in therapy and I'm trying to do a lot of work on that, but I still feel stuck. Like when I have to write, I feel like all my confidence is
Is gone.
gone.
Is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who was abusive? I'm just, don't tell us all the details. And the reason I say that is sometimes it pulls us back into it. Is it one advisor or all the faculty or who? Who was
No,
difficult for you? It was a
friends, and also
Mhm.
like a guy I dated, and then it was also some professors who in the past told me that I don't know, like they didn't yeah, like they didn't think I did that work when I'm very precise because I have Asperger's syndrome. So I get really obsessed with what I do, and I do it well, even if it takes me maybe a lot of time. But
Mhm.
so,
So professors accused you that, oh, some of the work was not yours.
yes. So not this professor, but it happened to me. And so I think that that really hurt me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think it's hindering my process now because I think like no matter how hard I try, it's never gonna be enough. It's never gonna be accepted or something.
Okay, well, so again, just like I said to Mel, the first thing I would say is literally stop saying that. Just stop saying it because our mind listens to us, right? So your mind is like, "Oh, it's never going to be enough. It's never going to be enough." And that's depressing. So I would start scripting. I really recommend the scripting. So start saying, I would say for
Yeah.
you, I wouldn't say I've finished my master's, but I would say I am finishing because I feel like that's more realistic and you could believe that I am finishing my master's degree or and the specific name. What topic are you writing in?
American literature.
Literature?
Yeah.
So just say, yeah, what do you desire? You want to finish the degree, right? So start writing, I am now completing my master's degree program at blank, blank, blank school. My work is, incredibly well researched and well received by my professors. Right? Do you have to present it to like one or two of them or?
Yes. Two, three, actually.
So write all of that down. Script what you desire. Again, for those of you watching, because not everybody's going to be in school, right? What you desire, take what the problem is that like she knows, okay, she has this PTSD, she has complex PTSD, she's been beaten down, and we all know in academia, and that's why I left academia, it can be very rigid and very structured, almost like a king, and then like, like medieval, and that's not really appropriate anymore. So, Nicoletta, what I would do is write out, I'm completing my master's degree. Maybe put a date, but maybe, give yourself a season, like spring of 2021. When would you like to finish it?
Yeah, in like in spring.
Yeah, right? In the spring. I just guessed that because we're in fall. So I'm like, maybe she's close. So say I finish it in spring of 2021. My work is so well received by my professors. They're really impressed by my research. They're impressed by my ideas. Um, this one professor, maybe name him. I'm like making this up, but I'm like seeing it. He that used to have, what would I say? No, I wouldn't say that didn't used to believe in me, but I would do something where this professor that was not supportive before, he's now come on board. We would say in America, he is very supportive now because he sees my talent or he sees my skills, yada yada. Like write it all out.
Okay.
Could you right now speak some of it for us? Like what do you could you make something up just now?
Yeah,
You can
so
do it.
maybe
Start with I am. I am.
I am I am feeling empowered as I write,
Yes.
and I can see the work coming to life, and really um,
Hmm.
everything that is being completed, and I
Hmm.
can feel that this is really mm, like the the best research that I could have written.
Hmm. Hmm. I
I
would.
feel
Mhm.
I feel satisfied with what I have done.
Very satisfied. Because you want to feel so good about it. And so for everyone watching, it's not, this is takes some belief. She's not just influencing herself, but the belief is that you will influence others because you're going to come in with this confidence. So it isn't just about, oh, she's just changing her own mindset. When you flip the energy you're exuding, Nicoletta, I really do believe we're in co-creation. So again, the friends, and they're not really friends if they were being so negative. The guy you were
No,
dating, right? Those are outside effects. You cannot let the outside effect determine what you do. You cannot, because maybe the boyfriend was insecure. Maybe the boyfriend, right? And Mel could, because Mel is older, like Mel is probably closer to my age.
Mm-hmm.
Mel knows that maybe he was intimidated that you were going to finish your degree. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
he really might have been like scared. Oh, now maybe she's going to make more money than me and she's a professional, you know, and so wanted to keep you small. We don't know what was in his mind, right? And these
yeah,
professors are trained. This is the old world. The professors are trained to like I know everything. You have to earn my respect and all of this. So don't listen to those people. There's no reason that they're right and you're wrong. This is their own issues. The professors want power. Let's be very honest, right? The professors want power. Those of you watching, type in the chat if you've had people like that, whether it's a boss, because a professor is basically a boss, right? So they want power, for them to tell you you didn't do the work, then have them prove it. You did the work. So write this out. I do wonderful work and exaggerate it because I can hear the hesitancy because you have gotten beaten down. And that's what happened to me.
yeah,
You've gotten beaten down. I would say they've affected your third chakra, which is about power, your personal power. So now you're believing them.
exactly.
You're believing them. Oh, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not talented. Do you know how many famous people, writers were told, oh, you really don't have any talent. You should just stop. Just stop. Right? And then they go on and surpass their professors, surpass their teachers, right? So would you do something like that? Like write it out. And like I said to
Yes.
Mel, read it morning and night. So right when you get up, before while your brain is still like very fresh, you're almost in a dream state, just read it. And then before you go to bed, just lay in your bed and just read it, you know? And I think you'll see within a couple of days you start maybe being able to create again, you know?
Thank you very much,
Yeah,
really.
thank you. Thank you. And really I love Italy. So what type of literature? Like be more specific. I'm just really curious.
Actually, I studied African American literature and Russian literature, and I'm doing a comparison.
Wow. Where would you like to work? Do you want to work in Italy or do you want to work abroad?
No, I would like to go to the States or to Canada.
You'll do it. Because Mel, I mean, just because you're on here and I can see you, can you see how amazing that is? Just
Yes.
comparing?
Yep.
You
It's
will
amazing.
absolutely, and seriously,
It's
just like I said to Mel,
synchronicity.
yeah, stay in touch with me because again, this is so bizarre. My PTSD is about academia, and here comes this woman from Italy with, oh, I have PTSD, and this is what academia is doing to me. So I don't believe this is a coincidence. I would not have imagined Mel coming on and Massachusetts wanting to be rural, so many, and then you, even though you're from another part of the world, you know. And by the way, I love your bed with the crown thing. No, I've seen those. I look at apartments in Italy, you guys. Yes. And the beds, like the grand sort of old-fashioned bed with this, I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You will get a job. I have an I like I said, I can take this video down if anything is too personal, but I have a client because I do massage as well. I'm a licensed massage therapist, and she's from Italy, and she's here in the US. You know, she is here at a college in the US. So if you want, because those two are so African American literature and Russian, and to be able to compare them, I think a lot of universities in America would want that. I really do, or Canada. I do. So keep going, keep going. Don't let, and these professors, they're probably old men. Be honest, aren't they old?
Unfortunately, well, old women. I had
Really?
trouble with.
Maybe some jealousy.
Yeah, but actually, I have like a mother, so it was like reflecting that back to me, I think,
Wait, say
in
that
a
again
way.
because you blurred. You have a what? You have a what with?
I have a mother wound.
Ah. So yeah, exactly. So work on that too. Script that out. You know, I'm healing this wound and I in fact maybe say something like I find supportive women mentors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the wound is the past. The wound is the past. It has happened, but it does not determine your future. And seriously, have you heard of Bob Proctor?
Yes, I have.
Watch him because yes, you know, these things happened. Like things happened to Mel, things happened to me, but it's like the wake of a boat. When you look back and you see the stream, that's the movement is forward, right? You have to look forward where you want to go. Yeah. Yeah, stay in touch. I want to know. I think that you're going to finish this and you're going to end up somewhere else, though of course I think Italy is beautiful, but you want to go somewhere else.
Yeah, it's always like that.
It is, right? Everybody wants to go. You know, Mel's like, oh, I want to go to the South. She's in Massachusetts. You're like, I'm in Italy, but I want to go to Canada. I'm like, oh, I want to go to Italy. So thank you, Nicoletta.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye bye.
Thank you.
Oh, that was wonderful. Let me
Bye.
see if, okay, that was an hour. Is there one Angela Ross? Oh, hi, Angela. Okay, Angela, if you're still here, or Blue Butterfly, I'll take one more person.
Oh no,
One.
that was me. Sorry.
Oh, wait,
Blue
who what?
butterfly.
Oh, are you Blue Butterfly?
I am.
Oh, that's nice. That is
Yeah.
nice. Do you have a channel? Let's see. I caught the
I do.
live. Yay. Okay, I don't know who this is. Somebody said they caught the live. What about a mantra? Okay, Angela, do you want to come live? Angela Ross, I'm talking to you. So Mel, yeah, you're in the Boston area. I have to tell you, I did not like Boston.
It's been very challenging. I feel like because I've been divinely guided, I've been guided to very specific places, but it
Right.
still is very
Yeah.
very tense and charged, you know.
Really? Yeah, I'm from New York City. So with that background, when I went to Boston, I didn't like how it felt. It felt more separate than New York City.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, my first impression when I came was like, I feel like this is would be what Mississippi would look like, but it's in the north, you
Yeah,
know?
I right away I was like, wow, okay,
Yeah.
this feels like there were I mean, New York City, every city has some of that and I think it's fine also people want, I was listening to somebody, a friend who was talking about Israel and she was saying, well, oh, we have Palestinians, but they have a community and I was like, oh, they live separate. She goes, yeah, like so, but I think for America the way I would envision America. Yeah, Boston didn't
No, it's
feel
very,
it
it
felt
is
a bit segregated and separate. So yeah.
very much
I
so.
like I said, reach out to me. I will put you in touch with this friend just to chat. Maybe
Yeah.
she has ideas about Massachusetts is expensive now, but like I said, she got her land about 20 years ago.
Hmm.
Maybe 15, and I was surprised at the acreage too. I'm pretty sure she told me 70 something.
Hmm.
She is a college friend and she just really reached out to me and she's like, "Oh my God, I want to reconnect with you." And she invited me, she's like, "I have this land. I want people who want this lifestyle." And she's also an artist, so very crunchy,
Hmm.
very natural living. And
Hmm.
so yeah, I just find that odd that that you came on with that, and even like yeah, with Nicoletta, I mean, and my academic background, and that here's this young woman dealing with
Yeah.
academia, right?
I had
Maybe,
a
and
quick rush in with a quick run in with academia, but they bounced me out so quickly.
oh really? Okay, that didn't work.
No, no,
Were you adjuncting or did you go in?
no. I was going in working like as you know, so it wasn't in a teacher's profession, and we won't mention the place, but it's kind of like the place that you
Yeah,
referred to, but
yeah.
here, and it was just
So it was
I always
administrative. It would as an administrative position.
exactly, and
Really, and it was still because I think that's supposed to be a little easier in
it
terms.
was it
Yeah.
was a very weird situation where I was, you know, they have a 3 month probation.
Right.
And I kept asking, like, can we just check in? I don't want to wait for 3 months to come. And then, you know, like,
You
let's,
want to know so maybe you can make some shifts or right.
right,
How am I doing?
right. They never gave me any work. I sat there in the corner.
Really?
It was very weird. It was very weird. And I kept saying, you know, like, I'm hoping that you hired me to do the job description. And they
Mhm.
wouldn't give me anything. I mean, organizing Rolodex, but nothing related to my job description. And I
Wow.
kept checking in. And then literally the day, and I still cannot explain this other than say maybe it was something that was divine that was happening that I couldn't see.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
the day before I was supposed to go past probation, they let me go with no explanation. They just said, we don't think you can do the work. And I'm like, you haven't given me any work.
Wow. Wow. Mel, that happened to me with a solo employer, like a solopreneur, literally hired me to do one thing. And then when I got in, so excited to do the work, I'm not exaggerating. And even Nicoletta and the people watching will be like, really? It had me like sweeping the floor of the office. And I was like, I was like, okay, I mean, I'll do that if maybe you're working on what you want me to do. I was supposed to be more marketing, and the person just anything I would do, they either wouldn't follow up when they needed to. It was just like you're saying. I literally was like, do you want to give me why don't you give me some work to do? Like I could do this. And it what I saw was it was about control, and this particular person, because it was like a workspace. It was like one of those where freelancers can come and just rent space. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that it was a man, and I think he just really wasn't ready to let go of any control. So even though he hired an assistant and I was supposed to bring more people in, he wasn't really ready for that. So he had me like, well, okay, could you just sweep the space? And I'm like, okay. Is that really, you want to pay me this much to sweep the space?
Right, right, right. It was just inexplicable. And
Exactly.
but
It's
the thing is, this was a more, this is a more regulated environment. It's
right.
supposed to be where you can't, it's not just a person, it's a whole
A department.
system.
Right. And you were hired by HR and yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, I mean,
with,
it wasn't meant, yeah. Academia can be very strange, isn't it? The three of us
yeah,
can all attest.
with
Um,
no explanation. So, but anyway, it directed me ultimately to,
mhm.
I think, the place where I was supposed to be, and I was there for 10 years, you
There
know.
you go. Right.
Right.
So
So sometimes you
imagine,
hit roadblocks because
right.
it's an
It was
alignment
the
of
wrong
where you,
place. It just wasn't the right place. And I do feel that now. And also, again, to share to Nicoletta or anybody else also with academia, sometimes trust when something doesn't work out, also that it wasn't for you. So I know that's tricky. Then how do I go forward or but if it ultimately doesn't work out, then it's because it's leading you somewhere else. Like Mel, you said, you ended up 10 years someplace else. Obviously, that was a better fit for you.
right.
You know, so it is very strange. It is very
Yeah.
strange. So
Yeah.
this was so great. So thank you guys. I'm going to actually sign off in a little bit. So thank you, Mel. Thank you,
Thank
Nicolette. Thanks for coming
you.
live. I really appreciate that. Let's see who's in the chat. Angela was too afraid. Shay Girl is saying something about affirmations. Jolan Space, have a question. Somehow I really know what I want and I want to start my beautiful life, but somehow I'm laying in bed all day because I feel like I'm in this dark box. Okay, Jolan, do you want to come on live? Okay, it sounds like she had some abuse as well. Um, my mind can't understand that it's over. The trauma is over. My grandpa confessed what he did, but it is like I am addicted to lay in bed and YouTube videos.
Mm.
Mm. So, Jalan, I would just say I think therapy is great for everyone. I really genuinely do. I think that everybody needs a therapist because it's basically somebody you can talk to who's not a friend but who's trained. So I would, Jalan, if you've had trauma like that, it sounds like some sort of abuse trauma, I would definitely do some therapy. Um, and
Ah,
if you're laying in bed, I would, if you can, just start exercising even, or start cleaning your space. I know that sounds strange, but maybe clean your space a little, and that will be some activity. And then see if you can do a little yoga and see if you can go for a walk. All of that physical activity is going to really help you.
can I say something
Oh,
too?
sure. Yeah, Mel. Yeah, definitely.
Um, because I know I dealt with depression,
Mhm.
probably, clawing my way out of it. But sometimes visualization, like if you're in bed, and you can't get the motivation to do something, visualize yourself doing it,
Mhm.
and if you can visualize yourself doing it, then you can kind of already be there energetically so
Mhm.
that you can move into the momentum of that.
Mhm.
So, I mean, yeah, I mean, when I get up in the
That's a
morning,
start, right? She can start
yeah,
with that.
yeah, like, okay, I'm going to clean my space. Oh, I see my space in a clean, I see what my space would look like when
Mhm.
it's organized, when it's clean. And then you start to get that feeling and that momentum. And then it's
Mhm.
easier to move to as opposed to looking at everything in a jumble like I can't, you know?
Right. Jolan's face. Yes, it was. Thank you.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. That was really great advice. That was great advice. So I enjoyed going live, and I really think that, while in my mind, maybe I thought, oh, I'll talk to 4 or 5 people. I think those of you watching this can see that the two ladies that came on, how targeted that was. And so I think that was just the perfect amount for this. So for all of you watching, before I close, do scripting. Write out, if you're not sure what you want, write out what you don't want, right? And Mel can agree. It's easy for us to know what we don't like. We know what we don't like. Write out what you don't like, flip it around. Okay, so now I have a boss that is really encouraging, really clear guidelines. I love working with this guy. He's so good. He's so easygoing. He's a fantastic boss. So turn it around and write it out. Write out a script and repeat it in the morning, repeat it at night. Okay, that's what I recommend. So I'm going to end here and thank you all for watching, and those watching in the replay, which will be the majority of you guys, because the majority of you didn't catch us live. Thank you all, and I'm going to tune off now. Bye. Bye.